So the skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Cordero Patterson on the loose. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too, Ned? Translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. One thing I know for sure, and I know you know this too, that was not in the script. One play, and it's 6 going the other direction.
Not only was it not in the script, it's not in his mental process either, because I know he spent last night prior to the ball game envisioning every pass being perfect, every pass going to his guys, and frankly, every pass ending up in the end zone. In this case, it did, just the wrong one.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, it's Smith. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
To throw again on second down. Smith. That pass complete to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Smith throwing again. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Play action. It's Lawrence. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action now. Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Let's go. Hey,
4th down. Here's Lawrence. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in this decision-making process.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Again, it's Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now Geno on first down. Again, it's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Geno now to throw. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On second down, this is Harris. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They hand this off to Harris. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now Lawrence on first down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Marcus Davenport able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Lawrence will throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Smith. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing again is Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They run for it with Breida. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Smith. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Okay, ready?
They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given.